Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is actually going to be a review of Chikara's King of Trios 2010. This is one of the biggest wrestling tournaments of the year. Pick these up at smartmarkvideo.com. Smartmark Video is excellent. I ordered these on a Thursday, got them on a Friday. They do run sales from time to time. Just got to look out for it. All right, so let's get right down to it. King of Trios 2010, Night 1. I thought the show was good. I really enjoyed it. A lot of great first-round matchups. Kind of tough to sit through. It was pretty long for a Chikara show, actually, but still a lot of great solid matches. The opening match, we have F.I.S.T. They won the King of Trios last year. They took on Matt Classic, who's Okabayashi, and the Throwbacks. Just a great comedy match there. Then we had Team Frightning and Quackenbush taking on Big Japan. I thought this was excellent. It kind of took a little bit while to get going, but a little bit short. I guess that's why people aren't giving it the rating that I'm giving it. But I thought the action was great here. Sekimoto from Big Japan looked ultra impressive. He's one of the hottest guys in Japan right now. ROH is petitioning to bring, or ROH message board is petitioning to bring him in. Looked really impressive. Just great action. I love this match a lot. Next up, we had the B.D.K. of Claudio, Aries, and Tursas taking on the Osirian Portal and Sara. Sara was she's actually part of the B.D.K., but Osirian Portal was forced to team up with her. So the odds were kind of stacked against the Osirian Portal. Made for a great story. Just really good stuff. Next up, we have the Unstable taking on Osaka Pro. A lot of people are down on the Unstable. Pretty much their gimmick is that they're supposed to suck. A lot of people believe that, but I think Vince Gerard is really good. He's one guy that really impresses me. Osaka Pro looked great here throughout this whole tournament. This took a while to get going, but once it got going, it was good. I think this is underrated. I still think it's 3 stars. Next, we got Aeroform and Gargano taking on the Colony. This is pretty much a generic win for the Colony. Pretty good action, though. Good stuff. Team F.I.S.T versus B.D.K. F.I.S.T is a pretty big independent promotion. They're making a big name for themselves, led by Arik Cannon. We've seen Arik Cannon a lot in Chikara before, and they took on the second B.D.K. team of Tim Donst, Lince Dorado, and Pinkie Sanchez. This part of the B.D.K. I like a lot more. They're just young, fresh talent. They could go in the ring. They could go on the mic, maybe except Lince Dorado, but Tim Donst and Pinkie are excellent on the mic. Just great action here. This is the match of the night, in my opinion. First looked ultra impressive as well. Just really good stuff. The main event was the Future Is Now. Future Is Now is pretty athletic guys in Chikara. They've been teaming up for a while. I would think Equinox, Jigsaw is part of the Future Is Now, and Helios. They took on the Jackson 3, which is actually the Young Bucks and their brother Malachi Jackson. This is good. Most people would say this is probably the match of the night. I just thought, Malachi kind of brought the Young Bucks down a little bit. He's good. He's just not on the Young Bucks level yet, but still good stuff. Crowd was kind of burned by this point. They sat through a lot of wrestling. Chikara shows aren't usually this long as night. Night 1 was a pretty long show for a Chikara show. So, but let's move right into night 2. Night 2 was excellent. This is probably the best show. It actually has 3 4-star matches on it, in my opinion. So I think that says a lot right there. So. We had the quarterfinal matches. We had Big Japan taking on the Future Is Now. This is excellent. This featured one of the, I think it was this match. Yeah, this featured one of the sickest spots of the year. There was like a triple German suplex off the top row. The Future Is Now, like I said, they're pretty athletic. So this is a nice combination of, power versus speed. So that was good. Now, I don't want to confuse anyone here. King of Trios, they usually do like a tournament within a tournament. Basically, they have this battle of the high flyers that they'll have on night 2, and then they'll have the finals on night 3. So they throw 4 people into 2 different matches here, and then the winners of each match meet in the finals in night 3. And this did not come off that well. Last year, it was excellent. Pretty much put Chikara on the map in a lot of people's eyes. The one match that they had an excellent match that blew people's minds. Here, the whole Rey de Valladores tournament came off a lot weaker. It just was not as good. I thought Matt Cross looked severely out of place in Chikara. It just didn't work for whatever reason. And the winner of this whole thing just seemed kind of random to me. It kind of felt like they didn't know what to do because they didn't have the talent, so they figured they'd just do it this way because they didn't know what else to do. That's just how it came across to me. But Matt Cross actually won this qualifying match. Really nothing special there. Next up, we had the B.D.K. Taking on the... what's the name of the team again? I'm sorry. The Team Perros del Mal. I guess they're like, I think they're from Mexico, actually. Obviously, they're from Mexico. They're kind of a lucha tag team. This is kind of a humiliation match, kind of an extended squash. It was pretty fun to see Tursas kick the crap out of the little midget on the team. So that was cool. Next up, we have Christopher Daniels taking on Hallowicked. Daniels kind of wrestled this match like it was a house show, but it was still pretty good, though. I thought Hallowicked tried his best here, but it was solid. Next, we had Team F.I.S.T versus Osaka Pro. This was excellent. This got the biggest "This is awesome" chant all weekend. You know, F.I.S.T is excellent heels. Obviously, you know, they could go with pretty much anyone you throw them in the ring with, and you know, Osaka Pro. This was just good stuff. Great combination of, you know, the cowardly heels taking on a fast athletic tag team. So that was good stuff. Next up, we had the second Rey de Valadores match, which surprisingly was won by Orphinian of the Osirian Portal. A lot of people thought Frightmare should have won this thing, but a lot of people were saying, you know, they should save him for the Young Lions Cup, to save his big moment for the Young Lions Cup. So that's pretty much what it was. Next up, we had the Colony versus B.D.K, the second part of the B.D.K team, Tim Donst, Lince Dorado, and Pinkie Sanchez. This is excellent. This is probably the match of the weekend, probably the most dramatic, one of the most dramatic matches all weekend. Probably the best crowd reaction was when the Colony actually won this match. The first time the B.D.K ever lost as a team. Just tremendous drama. Just really good stuff with the hot crowd. I mean, what can I say? I think this part of the B.D.K team is really, personally for me, is what puts them over the top. You know. All right, let's get right into King of Trios Night 3. First up, we have the Osaka Pro team taking on the Colony. This is the opening match, and this is a semifinal match. This was actually pretty short. You know, obviously these two teams could have put on a much better match. But while it lasted, you know, it was a great opener, great action. Colony actually advanced to go to the finals. Osaka Pro put on a great showing this whole weekend, so you gotta give them a lot of credit. Next up, we have B.D.K. You know, Claudio Castagnoli's B.D.K team taking on Big Japan. Crowd really wanted Big Japan to win this match. You know, this is great because we get to see Sekimoto and Claudio in the same match. They both do the same spot. You know, the same suplex, the deadlift German. That's pretty much both of their signature moves. And I'd definitely love to see a Claudio Sekimoto match in the future, but really good stuff. This featured a spot which the crowd was dying to see with Tursas, but it just didn't happen. But really enjoyed this match. This was definitely better than the opener. So Team Big Japan, they got a standing ovation after the match, got a please come back chant, so that was good to see. All right, the tag team gauntlet, basically on night 3 of the King of Trios every year, they throw a lot of teams into a tag team gauntlet. Last year's kind of dragged, but I think this year's was a little bit weaker, actually. Just a little tough to sit through. You know, featured 10 tag teams, went about 30 minutes. It was pretty fun, though. You know, it's definitely worth watching. Just dragged just a little bit. So next we got Eddie Kingston taking on Christopher Daniels. Eddie Kingston cut a phenomenal promo before the match, talking about how the B.D.K is stressing him out and things of that nature. So yeah, he had his match with Christopher Daniels here. You know, he talked about how he's excited to take on a big name like Daniels. I thought Kingston looked good here. He did a lot of nice suplexes. It was pretty stiff. It was good. I just think it could have been a little bit better. And after the match, Kingston actually won the match. And after the match, Tommy Dreamer came out. They pretty much set up their match at Anniversario Elf, which is the anniversary show from May, which had already taken place. I haven't seen that match though. But yeah, Daniels and Kingston. You know, I didn't hear a lot about this match, but I wasn't disappointed. I just thought it was solid. You know, next we had the Young Bucks taking on Jigsaw and Mike Quackenbush. This was excellent. It was a little bit too short. I mean, this could have been amazing if it was maybe 5 more minutes, but just really good stuff. You know, non-stop action, great chemistry. I thought the Jigsaw spot. Jigsaw was actually going for a Jigatonic, and then he got super kicked, and then the Young Buck countered that into a pinning predicament. That was just a great spot. Just great action with both of these tag teams. You know, great booking to put both these teams together. You know, Quackenbush looked great, and yeah, I mean the Young Bucks. I'm not going to say that I miss them on the independent scene. I mean, since they've been in TNA, I mean, I still think they're making a lot of indie appearances. So just a great match there. Good stuff. Next we have Matt Cross versus Ophidian of the Osirian Portal. This is the finals of the Rey de Valadores tournament. The crowd was just not into this. They were not into Matt Cross at all. Well, I would say they were actually into the Orphidian. They definitely wanted him to win. You know, he is a homegrown talent. But like I said, Matt Cross just he's very athletic. He's kind of a spot monkey, but I don't know. He just felt out of place in Chikara to me. Next we had the main event. We had B.D.K taking on the Colony. This is a rematch from Whip Verve and a bit of nerve. This you know, the B.D.K actually won the belts from the Colony, the Campeones de Paredes, and this is for all the marbles. You know, Quackenbush gave a great speech before the match, trying to motivate the Colony. Just a very dramatic match. Featured some dramatic booking. You know, shock booking. Just really good stuff. Some high spots. Just excellent, excellent stuff. This is actually better than their match from better than the championship match that they had in March. So I really enjoyed it. Just a great way to finish off the King of Trios tournament. Maybe a little bit predictable. I mean, I think most people would have agreed that Claudio's B.D.K team would probably have won this thing. But still great stuff. Just tremendous. I mean, the Rey de Valladores tournament was kind of disappointing, but you know, the actual King of Trios matches, I definitely think they lived up to the hype. I just think they featured a lot of drama, great wrestling, great everything. So definitely check these shows out. SmallMarkVideo.com. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.